I'm Chris Thompson, and today on The Business Behind the News, I'm talking about the business of the NFL and the record media rights deals and private equity that's driving record-high team valuations in 2025. Let's get into it. The business of the National Football League is an absolute juggernaut. It's a machine that prints money and shows no signs of slowing down as the league expands internationally. As of September 2025, the average NFL team was valued at $7.1 billion, which is a 25% increase from last year. The Dallas Cowboys, owned by Jerry Jones, continues to be the most valuable team in the NFL with a valuation of $13 billion. Can you guess the team with the lowest valuation? No, it's not the New York Giants. It's the Cincinnati Bengals, which are owned by Mike Brown with a valuation of only $5.25 billion. So don't feel too bad for them. Even the lowest valued NFL team is still higher than any team in the NHL or most teams in the NBA or MLB. The NFL as a whole brought in over $21.2 billion in 2024, and Commissioner Roger Goodell has a stated goal of reaching $25 billion in annual revenue by 2027. The primary reason for these teams' massive valuations and revenues is the media rights deal that NFL sells. The league's current deals with Amazon, CBS, ESPN, Fox, and NBC are worth more than $110 billion over the next decade. The NFL also just signed a long-term agreement with Google that gives YouTube TV the exclusive rights to NFL Sunday Ticket in the United States. The deal is worth $2 billion annually to the league. The NFL has also been aggressive in selling off its assets. Just recently, it announced that the NFL would be taking a 10% equity stake in ESPN in exchange for giving ESPN operational control of its NFL media properties and popular Red Zone channel. As part of this new deal, it was also announced that Red Zone will also have commercials for the very first time in its 16-year history as the NFL continues to monetize every asset they can. This level of financial success has led to major changes in how ownership stakes in NFL teams are sold. A prime example is the recent agreement the New York Giants reached to sell a minority stake to Julia Koch and her family. The deal values the team at more than $10 billion. Other recent sales include the San Francisco 49ers selling a 6.2% stake at an $8.6 billion valuation in May, and the Chicago Bears agreeing to sell a 2% stake at an $8.8 billion valuation back in August. These deals are happening because the NFL has made it nearly impossible for a team owner to lose money. Last season, the 32 teams averaged $127 million in operating in each, and no team fell below a minimum of $21 million. The NFL's business model is built on an equal media revenue sharing agreement between the league's 32 teams. Last season, each team received $432.6 million from this pool. This includes money from the huge media rights deal as well as national sponsorship and licensing agreements. In addition to this, teams also make local revenue on things like ticket sales, concessions, and local sponsorships. While a team like the Dallas Cowboys can bring in nearly $800 million in local revenue, every team is still guaranteed a substantial amount of money from the league itself. This is why even teams like the Cincinnati Bengals, which are valued at over $5 billion, because the media rights money is spread out and guaranteed. The business of the NFL has never been better, and the league's goal of continued expansion, especially into international markets, means there's even more room to grow. With an average franchise valuation of over $7 billion, the NFL is an economic powerhouse that's mastered the art of generating revenue. From the enormous media rights contracts with companies like Google and ESPN, to the increasingly lucrative sale of minority ownership stakes, the league has created a nearly fail-proof business model. This success is shared among all 32 teams equally through the national revenue pool, ensuring that every franchise, from the most valuable Dallas Cowboys to the Cincinnati Bengals, is a multi-billion-dollar operation. Commissioner Roger Goodell's push for international expansion is a clear sign that the league sees even more financial growth on the horizon. With 7 international games scheduled for the 2025 season in cities like London, Dublin, Madrid, and Berlin, the NFL is actively working to make football a truly global sports juggernaut. Thanks for listening to my hot take about the business of the NFL. If you haven't already, smash that like button and consider doing me a solid and subscribing to my channel. Thanks.